All right, what's up guys? It's currently day 11 or 12 of the daily vlog. We're here in Oklahoma. We got Xavier right here working away. And outside, I'm gonna walk around and show a little bit of the Airbnb we got going on. We're spending the weekend here with the core team. We got some food cooking up here. Alex is back here grilling like a villain out here. And then the guys are out here.
Not a horse guy, but I like riding horses, but I don't like doing
Oh yeah, baby.
frequently.
Let's go.
Yeah. No, I like
Still raining? I know. He better be. So this is the Airbnb. Jammy time. Rishi's a new hire and he's failed 3 tests today, so. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm just gonna walk around. Might get lost. So it's super nice when all of us are behind a screen, and most of our day is obviously on Slack because we work remote. It's good to get some of the guys in person, but today I actually want to talk about your 20s, because I turned 25 a few months ago, and I had the mindset going into my 20s that these are going to be the years to really do everything possible to achieve my goals and set myself up for success when I was 30, 40 plus. So a few things that I would say if you're maybe 20, 21, 22, if you're getting out of college, is that these years are extremely valuable because 1, you have a ton of energy. 2, you are young, so you don't have a lot of responsibilities. You don't have kids yet, most likely, right? You have a lot of time on your hands. Even if you're working a job, you have plenty of energy and time to build something. Now, I'm talking to, and hopefully who I'm talking to in this video is someone that is maybe more entrepreneurial, or someone wants to start their own business, right? And so what I did is, as soon as I got kind of this like entrepreneurial bug in college, I was studying finance, but I quickly wanted to figure out how to work for myself. So what did I do? I just started doing local marketing services, reaching out to people in my local area, started to build a small freelancing marketing business, and then one thing led to another. Now, what I really recommend you do if you're in your 20s and you're not really sure what you want to do, right? You know you're meant for more, you want this lifestyle that maybe you have in your mind, is start following your curiosity and start learning skills, right? So I started to learn videography, then I learned Facebook ads, then I learned these different marketing channels, then I learned how to sell, sales, and then I learned advertising, right? And so when you start to stack these skills, when you're young, you spend so much time, you have so much information on the internet that you can literally learn any skill that you want. And then you can go monetize that skill. You can start a business with that skill. Now, what I did from 22 to about 24 is I ate shit. Now, these are the dark ages. These are the lonely times that you must endure to get, I love how I'm filming right in front of this garbage can here. But these are the lonely times. Oh, there's deer running up there. That's kind of cool. These are the lonely times that you have to eat shit. You have to eat shit. Now, what I recommend is, 1, I recommend moving out of your hometown. I moved from Boston, Massachusetts to Dallas, Texas, and that was huge, right? That's a big personal growth mode. And you feel like you start fresh. You meet new people, you start to build new relationships. And so that's one thing I'd definitely recommend if you're in your 20s and you want to push yourself, is move somewhere else. It doesn't have to be across the country. It could just be like moving an hour away from home. I also recommend trying to live on your own as soon as possible. Try not to rely on your parents. Try not to rely on other people, right? And quite frankly, when I was eating shit, when I was 22, 23, I racked up credit card debt. I made stupid financial decisions, but I was learning in that process. And now I'm on the other side of it. I paid off that debt. And now I feel very good about that. So what I did from 22, 23, 24 is I failed. I failed a ton. I started an agency. I shut that agency down because I partnered up to build another agency, which is the company I run now. We also tried to run multiple brands, right? So I was trying all these different things. And what I often see with guys that are young and trying to get into entrepreneurship game is they get distracted. So they try all these business models, or they try all these different things, and they're just getting nowhere, right? Hone in on one thing, right? Like I said, try a bunch of shit. Start to stack some skills. Try to figure out what you're good at. Try to figure out what piques your interest. But then once you understand what path you want to go down, go hard and focus on that thing, right? If I just focus on the agency instead of having brands, agency, trying to take equity partnerships when, you know, there's no reason to take equity partnerships at 22 years old. Because I thought an entrepreneur has multiple businesses. That's not true, right? You need to have one successful business, and then the guys that are serial entrepreneurs, they obviously had success, and then they have financial means to invest in other businesses, and that's how they built their portfolio of businesses. So, hone in on one thing, focus, move out of your hometown, live on your own, right? Pay for your own things. And you know, when the businesses were tough and when we were through those hard times, there was times where I thought I had to go get a job. And even if I did have to go to get my own job, I'd be working all the other hours on my business to get to the place where it needed to be. Now, what I can say is that now, like, okay, we have a little, like, we're definitely in a much better spot now, but now I'm only 25. And if I got a job, or if I pushed this off, or I said, let me wait till I'm 30, let me wait till I have more work experience, then I probably would have gone into the workforce, probably would have got a job, probably would have started to have kids, and then my whole mindset, my youth, my focus, my mentality, my risk tolerance would be much smaller than it was when I was 22 years old. When you graduate college, when you're in your 20s, you go massive risk. Because if you fail, you literally have nothing to lose. You literally have nothing to lose. Versus if you're, 35, 40, you might have a wife, you might have kids, you might have responsibilities, you might have a mortgage, and you can't take those big risks. My thing is like, absolute worst case scenario, I have to move back in with my parents, I have to get a job, and I'll figure it out. So go all in on your 20s. I can say that because now at 25, in 2025, 4 years into entrepreneurship, it has definitely worked out, right? And the other thing I'll say that even if I did fail in like a year or this year, which I don't plan on doing, the amount of skills, amount of knowledge that I've been able to build over the years, like I can go get a job if I need to. That's not the plan, but there's value in failure. There's value in eating shit. There's value in learning these skills. Even if it doesn't pan out successfully, even if you don't grow that $1 million business, skills are extremely valuable. And you'll have those stories, you'll have that knowledge that will definitely provide value for you in the future. So that's what I would say. Now at 25 to 30, like I still feel like these are my eating shit years. Like I just need to keep grinding. So that like 28, 29, 30, when I'm having kids, then I'm in a much better spot. Hopefully, my business is 10x the size that it is right now. Hopefully I have a lot more freedom. Maybe I'm less tied in with the business. Maybe I have multiple businesses, right? And the goalpost continues to, move with everything that I'm doing. But I kind of just wanted to make this video. We're in Oklahoma. I'm feeling good. I have a clear mind. I'm very grateful. And thinking about, I'm halfway through my 20s. And I decided to just eat shit and make it work. Now, a book I'd recommend. The Defining Decade. I forget. I feel like I think it's a female author or PhD, I want to say. But The Defining Decade is a great book, right? Your 20s matter. Your 20s aren't for completely screwing off, going out every weekend. And actually what I did is I didn't drink, I didn't do any of that stuff until literally this year. Like just recently I started to enjoy myself. Bachelor party, like I went to the clubs, like I love seeing DJs, I love EDM, I love house music. Like I probably, like most people will say like, literally you don't have to do any of that stuff. And it's easy for me to say like, maybe I shouldn't have been such a hardo, but that's what actually got me here. But now that I kind of had some success, like I'll have a little bit of that fun now. Cause I didn't really do that in college. I didn't really do that when I was 22, 23, 24. Now I'm obviously kind of honing that in after the wedding season, but that's my message to you. 20s, don't waste it. If you're in your 20s, get after it. If you're in your 20s, this is the time to go all out, massive risk, and make things happen.